YouTube? Back at it again with another video. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing my last few videos. The support has been crazy. It means so much to me. Y'all don't even understand. Please make sure to like and subscribe under this one. Don't forget to leave a comment under this one. Can't tell by the title of the video, this one's probably going to be me talking about the more so I'll call them average or a little bit below average teams in the league this year. In my personal opinion, please don't take no offense to this. This is all opinionized, as all sports talks mostly are, to be honest. Let's be real. But yeah, we're about to get into this one for you guys right now. Team number one I have is just average this season coming into the 2022-2023 NFL season. It's probably going to be Kansas City Chiefs. I know a lot of y'all are probably listening to me right now and are like, nah, you're crazy. I'm clicking off. This dude don't know what he's talking about, don't know sports. Listen, before y'all start going crazy on me, just listen real quick. I have Kansas City here because they lost their number one wide receiver, Tyreek Hill. Like, what else can you really say? You need a number one wide receiver. Is Juju Smith-Schuster about to be your number one wide receiver? I don't think so. I don't know. Marquez Vandals Scatling or whatever, however you say his name, I don't see him being the number one option. Like, they're going to have to pick that up, and they're going to have to pick that up real quick because it's going to become blatantly obvious in the beginning of the season that Travis Kelce is Patrick Mahomes' number one weapon, and teams are going to be searching for him on the field defensively. Also, their defense in the beginning of the season, always shaky. Always shaky. So if they come out like they did last season, it's not going to look too good for them. That's just me. For the second team, I got the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm not biased because I'm a Broncos fan, I promise. But I mean, if four teams in the division are going to be good, there's probably going to be at least two teams that aren't as good. You feel me? And for me, I personally say the Chiefs and the Raiders are going to have a drop off from last season. I personally say that because I don't believe in the hype behind the Davante Adams and Derek Carr relationship. Derek Carr is not no Aaron Rodgers. Derek Carr will never be an Aaron Rodgers. Can we stop talking about this like Derek Carr is about to throw 15 touchdowns to Davante Adams this year? I'll be surprised if he throws more than 10 to him. More than 10. Just 10. I'm being honest here, folks. Just 10. Like, I do not believe the hype behind that. They did not pick up the fifth-year option on a really good star young running back. Yeah, all I can say is Derek Carr is not no Aaron Rodgers, so we're going to have to see how that relationship goes. Number three, another one people probably aren't going to like. I got the Bucks up here. Now, I don't have the Bucks up here because I'm a Tom Brady hater, like a lot of people. I despise Tom Brady for shitting on my favorite teams a lot, but I do not hate the man. Gotta respect this man's career. It's just been crazy. But number one reason why I have them here, personally, I just don't think the success will come as easily as it did last season. Like, the last two seasons, I felt like the first season was kind of tricky. Tom Brady had to, like, get under the system. Everybody had to feel each other out. But now, I just feel like teams are going to understand what they want to do more. I feel like the Bucks are going to be caught by surprise by that. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know. They got Tom Brady on their team. They might end up winning all 17. We're going to have to see. And team number four, I got the Atlanta Falcons. A lot of people are probably like, they're not even going to be average, Nate. Come on, bro. They were pretty good last season. I'm not going to act like they were great, but they weren't ass or anything. Like, I'd say they were pretty decent. But, yeah, in terms of them, I'm going to say it really just comes down to they didn't make any big moves in free agency. And also, their team is just really young. Like, they could get better in the next few seasons, but I don't see them making huge noise as of right now. That's just me. Maybe they can, like, no. In the division that they're in with the Saints and the Bucks, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Like, they're a young team, like I said. They just lost Matt Ryan. Like, it's going to take them a minute to get up. You feel me? But another team I got is the Patriots. The Patriots. Now, I have the Patriots up here because I feel like they could have done more in free agency. You did so much last year in free agency. made some big moves, did this. You lost your number one cornerback. I just thought personally they were going to do some stuff if you're losing your number one cornerback. But hey, that's just me. They drafted pretty good, though. I'll give them that. They're not going to be totally buns next year, but if they make it to the playoffs, they're sneaking in. They're sneaking in the last wild card spot. That's my personalized opinion. I talked about the Cardinals a little bit earlier. All I can say is, since they're team number 6, I don't really know what to say about them as of right now. Like, I like their team. I like the structure around their team. I like the way they play as a team. But I like their coaching staff and all that. But as of how they play, I don't like the way they play. They give up too many big leads. They get lazy sometimes. You can't have that if you're trying to strive to win a championship. And definitely not in this league. Definitely not when teams are getting better each year. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about the Cardinals right now, because I already talked about them a little bit earlier in another video. Make sure to check that video out. The Colts, it's simple. It's simple. I don't see you getting any better with an older quarterback. Yes, he's better, and yes, he's wiser, but my boy Matt Ryan is like 34, 35 years old. He's pushing old. My man's is going to be out of the league soon. Yes, he's an old MVP, and he can do that. He is like that. Don't get me wrong. Matty Ice is like that. Ice is in my man's veins. He does this. But Carson Wentz is pretty bad, but I feel like he did good in his first year for the Colts. So for them to just instantly dump him off, I don't really like that. And I'm not even really a big fan of Carson Wentz. So what does that tell you? I don't really know. Next up, I got the Texans. This isn't really a shocker to anybody that watches football. The Texans have been mediocre for the last few years, especially since the Deshaun Watson incident. But I mean, like, I like their team. I like the way they drafted this year. They drafted really, really nice. But their team is just really young. I don't see them making a big impact as of right now. So that's why I got them right there. And yeah, that one's short and sweet. Sorry about that. But next up, I got the Bears. This one's gonna be another one that's gonna be short and sweet, because the only way your team is gonna do good, Chicago, is if you help your freaking quarterback. First round draft, you're gonna pick a freaking wide receiver, bro, and not even a decent wide receiver at that. I don't even think you picked a wide receiver. I think you picked a defensive lineman, actually. Whatever you picked, it wasn't an offensive lineman, and that's your biggest need. You have a fucking second-year quarterback about to start year 1, game 1, and you're not giving him no help on the offensive line. The offensive line is not going to get any better than it did last season. I can assure you of that. They were buns. They were really buns, but I'm not going to stress on that team. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. That's all I could say, you know. Just look at some tapes, bro. This boy's running for his life. It's not even fair anymore. But another team I got dropping off a little bit, the Dallas Cowboys. I know a lot of people are going to hate on that. I know there are a lot of Dallas Cowboy fans that probably aren't going to like that. But at the end of the day, it's cool. It's cool. It's totally fine. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this is all my opinion, all opinionized stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I got the Cowboys here because it's like, Trayvon Diggs made it to the Pro Bowl last year. Mans was balling out. We all seen what he did. Coaching staff seen what he did. They're not about to be tempted to throw the ball at Trayvon Diggs anymore. Who's your number 2 cornerback? I don't know. Who's your number 3 cornerback? I don't know. Who's your safeties? I don't know. Yes, you got a good D-line, but you need better linebackers. You need a lot of more better stuff to get your team right. And I just feel like they're not going to play up to par that they did last season. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I have them sitting about the same area that they were in last season. I don't see them playing any better or any worse, maybe. But yeah, I got them playing about average this year. The Dolphins. The Dolphins. I have the Dolphins here personally because I'm sorry, but unless Tua can prove to me with Teron Armstead that he is like that, he belongs in the NFL, he might get benched in one of these games for Teddy Bridgewater. I'm sorry, I said it. He might get benched for Teddy Bridgewater. Boy doesn't want to throw the fucking football down the field. Like, he just doesn't want to. And then when he's asked to do it, he gets scared and miss throws or underthrows very much, and it shows. So I don't know about them, but all I can say is I just don't think that their QB is gonna play really good in a really good QB division with really good teams. So yeah, stay tuned for my video coming out after this one, talking about teams that got sleepers, because the Jets might be on there. I'm not really sure. But yeah, the division that the Jets are in and the Dolphins are in is going to be tough. You got the Bills in there, got the Patriots in there. I already talked about them. Like, that's a stacked division. Another team I got is the Panthers. Now, the Panthers, I think they drafted pretty okay. I'm not really sure. I heard a couple guys' names that they drafted. They sounded pretty good, like the left tackle and stuff like that. But other than that, I think they reached on a couple picks. I feel like a couple people could probably say that, honestly. But yeah, pretty mediocre. Don't see them getting better in the next few years unless the people they drafted within the last 2 years can play any better than they did. That's just my own personal opinion, like I said. And then next 3 teams, I'm going to go through these ones quick because if you've been paying attention to anything football, you know these last few teams are buns. They're not going to do good. Nobody is expecting them to win 9 games this season, let alone maybe 7. But the Seahawks, Giants, and the Jags, I'm going to put them all in the same category. I may have forgotten a team because I'm trying to split it 50-50. So if I've forgotten a team, I am very sorry about that. But I have the Cowboys, Giants, no, not the Cowboys, I'm sorry, the Seahawks, Giants, and Jags all in the same category per se, because I don't like the way any of these teams drafted per se. I like the number 1 pick, Trayvon Walker. That's pretty decent, but I don't like the way these teams drafted. I feel like they could have done more. I hate the way the Jags spent their money in free agency. You definitely could have made some more noise. You paid way too much money to Christian Kirk, and I like Christian Kirk, but personally, as a young wide receiver who hasn't really proven himself, he's not going to prove himself on the Jaguars. I'm sorry. So that's why I got all of them teams there. I mean, they got a couple stars. Like Seattle has DK Metcalf. Like I said, the Giants don't really have a star. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, those are my teams that I say will be about average or a little bit below average this year in the 2022-2023 NFL season. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Do not forget to comment. I'm looking for all those comments the next few days. Comments have been weak, so please comment my stuff up. Can definitely do some more stuff for y'all, promise. But as of right now, probably about to head out. Peace. Dance in the moonlight, dance in the moonlight, oh, dance in the moonlight, oh, dance in the moonlight, oh.